Welcome to Superdude, the channel. It's Superdude. We are watching the Formula One Las Vegas Formula One Grand Prix. Now, the Grand Prix did happen yesterday. Technically, it happened on the 23rd if you're not in America. It happened very early, actually, and I woke up late, unfortunately, so I was not able to watch the Grand Prix from start to finish. However, I did catch the last 10 laps. I was not prepared. For some reason, I thought it was going to be nighttime because Brazil was nighttime, Kota was nighttime, so I assumed that the race would happen in my time, nighttime. Not in the morning, early morning, which that was. Now, of course, I could have woken up a little bit earlier. However, I honestly was too busy and I never actually checked the time schedule. And when I checked the replays of the qualifying, then I just assumed that it was going to be nighttime. Unfortunately, here we are. It was a nighttime and I am now watching a replay of the actual race. So I'm watching the replay. I did watch the final 10 laps. I do know that Max Verstappen is the world champion. However, I want to see what happened. How did Lando Norris end up so far behind Verstappen when it comes to 10 laps remaining? 10 laps remaining, Max Verstappen was basically podium, 3rd place, and Lando Norris was, I believe, all the way down in 6th place, if I'm not mistaken. So Lando Norris being in 6th place, all that Lando Norris had to do was just be in front of Max Verstappen. Now also, I want to say one thing. If you don't know this, there is water in your tire gate. Red Bull has accused McLaren of using illegal methods of cooling and maintaining their tires during the race by putting water, a very small amount of liquid in their tires to cool the tires, to make the tires more, how can I say this, make it more bearable, make them last longer, make them more, better at controlling, better at handling, basically. And I think this weekend might actually be proof that they were doing something fishy. Now, of course, that is an accusation. We don't know if it's true or false. We will never know, because who will tell us the truth if the teams won't come out and say, yeah, here we are, we did do this illegal method, you could penalize us. No team will do that. So, first of all, I want to make it very clear that it's very clear that in Formula One, the competitive edge is to do something that is almost kind of illegal, but you still can do it because no one finds out. Which is kind of the opposite of what fair and clean racing is. But I think we've seen it with Ferrari, we've seen it with Mercedes. Mercedes in 2021 in Brazil, they got penalized for their rear wing doing dynamic changes that is not allowed. And also, I believe we also had a problem with Ferrari. I believe that was in 2017 or 2019. Ferrari had some kind of engine gimmick thing that they did, that the engine was more powerful than it should be. And then as soon as they clamped down on Ferrari, there was a secret deal made, and Ferrari was never powerful enough to fight. However, they were probably the fastest car at the start of the Grand Prix, start of the season, should I say, in 2019 or 2017. I'm not 100% sure which year that was. I think it's 2019, I could be wrong. But nonetheless, we're watching the replay of the Grand Prix. I'm just stalling a little bit because I'm waiting for my Twitch stream to go live. I have a timer set. It's only going to go live on the hour, and the hour is going to be in 2 minutes. So yeah, basically Max Verstappen is world champ, man. 4-time world champ. Who would have thought that Max Verstappen will beat Lando Norris after Brazil? It is shocking to know that Lando Norris was not able to somehow put the more pressure on Verstappen, put more pressure on his championship hopes. Ultimately, what Verstappen has shown us, especially with hard racing, wheel-to-wheel racing, is that Lando Norris is not capable, man. He is a guy. Now look here, I think Lando Norris is very smart. He knows he doesn't want to risk his life. I don't think anybody wants to risk their life. But I don't think I don't think Verstappen is the type of guy that cares when it comes to those type of things. I also would go as far as to say that even Fernando Alonso won't care. Even someone like Ocon won't care. I think these guys ultimately they do want to drive on the edge. They don't mind they don't mind doing the ultimate, pushing the limits, pushing the envelope, as they say. They don't mind it. And what I'm ultimately trying to say with what I'm saying right now is that I believe that Max Verstappen is definitely a very good driver, has high skill, but next year we'll ultimately find out what's going to happen, because one thing is for sure is that, my goodness man, Red Bull somehow dropped off a cliff. Their performance went nowhere very quickly, and it makes no sense. It makes no sense as to what happened. And we can only assume that another regulation has, thwarted their performance, has made them impossible to win. And, win easily, should I say, because they did ultimately win the Drivers' Championship. Will they win the Constructors? I would say impossible for them, because even though Verstappen will possibly be close to the podium, unfortunately Perez will not. Now, of course, I think the more and more I look at Perez's performance, the more I'm considering the fact that maybe if we put Lando Norris in that Red Bull, Lando Norris will be probably ahead of Perez, but he wouldn't be nearly close enough to where Verstappen is. That is my assumption. My assumption is that even if you put Lando Norris, someone that we already know is fast, that we already know can do something decent with the new generation cars, I don't have much faith that even Lando Norris can actually out-qualify Max Verstappen, outrace Max Verstappen in that Red Bull. Which means that even if they did get if they did get Lando Norris in that Red Bull, they will still have the same issue, where Verstappen will be all the way in the front and Lando Norris will not be close enough to Max Verstappen. That's how I believe. Let's just say I'm starting to chill with the fact that people are all hating, being negative towards Perez, because I do believe Perez isn't as bad as everybody wants him to be. I do believe that Perez is probably the worst driver if you need someone to attack and pass. He has shown me so many times that he will not pass someone if it's not comfortable for him to do so. In fact, I get the feeling that every time Perez has to pass someone on track, it gives him discomfort, which I don't quite understand. I'm not sure why he's a Formula 1 driver if he doesn't take great pride and great satisfaction out of passing people on a racetrack, seeing that he's a racing car driver, and that's the sole purpose of why he's employed at Red Bull. However, I do believe that we need to comprehend something. I don't think that Perez is ultimately to blame for his performance in total. I think there's more things at stake here. There's more things going on here than what meets the eye, and I do believe that next year is where we're gonna actually see fireworks. I do agree with that. Like I do 100. Like if someone is telling me next year Max Verstappen will win, I would be much less convinced, because I can see how all the teams have caught up to the front guys, how McLaren was the fastest, now it's not the fastest anymore. Like I don't even understand what is going on at McLaren, because remember, they're bringing upgrades every single race. McLaren has brought upgrades every single race, and this race they have probably been the worst. The next race we're going to be in Qatar. We're going to be in Qatar, and I'm telling you, man, Qatar is going to be one of those races, man. I think Max Verstappen has the better opportunity to perform better, even with his car not being the fastest. And I'll tell you why. Because in 2021, him and Lewis Hamilton had the fastest car. After Brazil, they went to Qatar, and we all could see that Lewis Hamilton had a massive advantage. I think he had like 1.5 second advantage. Now Lewis Hamilton is claiming in the post-race interview, he's claiming that, well, because the interviewers asked him, so what is going to happen? Will they be able to beat Max Verstappen? Will there be someone to beat Max Verstappen? And Lewis Hamilton said, well, as long as the Red Bull and Max Verstappen isn't 1.5 seconds faster than everybody else. However, he is quick to forget that his car was 1.5 seconds faster than everybody else, almost 2 seconds faster than everybody else at Brazil 2021, the year that Max Verstappen beat him, fair and square. Like I'm telling you now, the only thing that Mercedes needed to do in that race is put Lewis Hamilton. They were so scared of Max Verstappen getting close to Lewis Hamilton that they refused to put Lewis Hamilton. They never wanted to put Lewis Hamilton with new tires, fresh tires. And I'm telling you, man, it's just insane to think. Insane to think that they assume that they can get away with worn tires towards the end. Even though anything could have happened, and it would have been in their best interest to actually put Lewis Hamilton to make sure he's got the better tires, his tires and his car, because his car is fast enough. They just needed to give him better tires, better grip, and he would have been easy. I would have been surprised if they put it Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton started behind Max Verstappen, you know, at the restart, and Lewis Hamilton was unable to pass Max. I would be very shocked, because that car was so much faster than Max's car that it is impossible for me to even explain to you. But here we are, 2024. We're watching the replay of the 2024 Vegas Grand Prix that happened during the weekend. It happened yesterday. Technically, it happened on the 23rd if you're in a different area, zip code, as they say in America. And here we go. I'm watching it, the replay. I only saw the last 10 laps of the race. Alexander Albstar 17, Lance Stroll 18, starts on 18th. We've got Perez starts in 15th. Fernando Alonso starts in 16th? Really? I didn't even know Fernando Alonso starts so low. And then Liam Lawson 14, Zhou Guanyu in 13. Liam Lawson not in a very good position, huh? Magnussen 12, Esteban Ocon 11th position. Lewis Hamilton in 10th. I'm telling you, man, Lewis Hamilton can't qualify to save his life. 9th position is Nico Hülkenberg. Yuki Tsunoda outqualified Liam Lawson, 7th position. Oscar Piastri, 8th position. Lando Norris in 6th position. Max Verstappen in 5th position, ahead of Lando Norris. Charles Leclerc in 4th. Pierre Gasly in 3rd. Pierre Gasly's qualification was outstanding. It was actually shocking. Carlos Sainz is 2nd. George Russell in 1st. So Lewis ended the race. I shouldn't spoil it because I am watching it for the first time from the start. Okay, so I'm telling you, Las Vegas looks like I don't know, like it looks like there's so many lights going on. There's so many billboards. It's actually fascinating. It looks like Las Vegas looks like a massive Christmas tree. If you were to make a city or a town or whatever a Christmas tree, that is what Las Vegas looks like, a Christmas tree. So yeah, Lando Norris starting from 6. Dude, why is Liam Lawson so far behind Yuki Tsunoda? That's crazy, huh? So Max Verstappen looking focused in his car. Carlos Sainz looked like he's more concerned. He's observing people behind him or to the side of him. Oh, he's waiting for George Russell to move forward. Oh no, he's just waiting for the lights, it seems. Waiting for the lights. Dude, Carlos Sainz was in 2nd place and he only finished 3rd. And remember, he was behind Verstappen at the race. So I'm gonna assume, dude, I shouldn't spoil it, because it spoils the race each time I mention what the results were. I can't help myself. I already watched the 10 last races. So if you just joined me, unfortunately yesterday when the race happened, I woke up too late. I wasn't even sure what time the race was. I assumed it was nighttime because all American races, North American races, all seem to be at nighttime. You know, my time at night, not their time at night, but in my time late at night. But because their race happens at nighttime, it flips. So their nighttime is my morning time. Weekend attendance was 306,000 people. That's a lot of people, man. I think that's more than we've seen so far. I could be wrong. We're looking at the sphere, that big TV, that big ball of a TV in the middle. I wonder how much that TV cost, that ball TV, that big massive circular ball shaped TV that they call the sphere. Brilliant, dude. Like that, I must say that this racetrack is something fascinating, huh? What's it? Fastest pit stop was 1.9 seconds. So they're saying the fastest pit stop is from a Red Bull 1.9 seconds, which is in China. Not sure why they're showing that, to be honest. If you're looking at the on-screen data, well, the on-screen data doesn't really mean anything. The on-screen data is just... It's just that with what happened, but this will be my new setup. So if you look at my screen, this will be my new setup moving forward. I will try and improve it even further, to be honest. With some software that's out there that allows me to visually show you what is happening in the race without actually showing the video. Christian Horner's already sweating, huh? So we're about to get the race started. I'm watching the replay of the race. I didn't watch it from the start, so we're rewatching it today. So I can at least have this up as well, because I don't like to miss a race, man. I don't like it, but sometimes it happens, you know? Sometimes it happens. I didn't actually miss the race, I just woke up late. So here we go, we're about to go start. We're about to get race started. Everybody is lining up after the formation lap. Damage limitation from McLaren, which we already know what happened. In hindsight, we already know. I must say, the kick car looks so good, huh? With this new color scheme. Here we go. Race is about to get started and... Go, 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 go. Nice start from Russell. Nice start. Oh, I think Pierre Gasly is so close to Carlos. I can't see exactly what... Like, it's just so fast, bro. Leclerc got past Carlos Sainz. But I know because of Pierre Gasly. That's why. So, technically, Pierre Gasly helped... Leclerc, and remember, Leclerc and Pierre Gasly is friends, so that's a little bit sad. Okay, so it seems... Who is that? Is that Lando or is that Piastri? I'm assuming it's Lando that's falling behind. I'm assuming it's Lando Norris that fell behind. We will find out momentarily. They're going racing. So far, we're racing. Some of the McLarens have fall behind. I'm not sure who. Carlos Sainz lost his second place. He's now third. Liam Lawson attacking someone. Lawson passes, I believe, Magnussen. We don't have the positions yet, so I'm checking it. Remember, the on-screen positions you have, that is the final positions at the end of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. So Leclerc is in second, Piastri, so Russell first, Leclerc second, Sainz third, Gasly is fourth, Verstappen in first, Norris sixth, seventh Yuki Tsunoda, eighth is Piastri, so Piastri fell back. Hülkenberg 9, Hamilton 10th, Ocon 11th, 12th is Zhou New, Lawson is in 30th, so Lawson passed Magnussen. Now Magnussen is repassing Lawson, or tried to repass, he didn't. Holy crap. Magnussen and Magnussen and Lawson are fighting each other like heavily, man. Perez passes Alex Albon. Perez now up into 16th place. Now Alonso passes, or should I say Lawson passes Alonso, and I think it was Lawson versus Alonso there. For a second. Max Verstappen wants to pass Pierre Gasly. Max Verstappen is about to pass Pierre Gasly. Max Verstappen is right on the gearbox of Pierre Gasly, trying to figure out where he can make his move. So Pierre Gasly's car is not able, but the fact that he qualified so perfectly, such a great position, it's quite insane. 3rd place qualifying for Pierre Gasly, but Verstappen's already attacking, which means his car had no business being in 3rd place. So Pierre Gasly's qualification was very special, I have to be honest. I don't know how he pulled that qualification off. So we're rewatching the race that happened yesterday because I woke up too late. I did watch the last 10 laps yesterday, but I realized that I was too late. I couldn't start the stream. Yeah, I have to be honest, I can see Max Verstappen looks like he's about to pass Gasly. The only issue is this is like Monte Carlo, man. Some corners just look extremely dangerous. Looks extremely dangerous. Lewis Hamilton wanting to pass Oscar Piastri. I think Lewis Hamilton will pass him here because we all know what happened. Fastest lap of the race, 1 minute 39 for George Russell there. Leclerc is only 1 second behind Russell, so Leclerc is staying nicely with Russell. Carlos Sainz is 2 seconds behind Leclerc, so Carlos Sainz is just managing his tires right now, which I don't think is a good idea. But we do know how the race ended, so that makes a little bit of a cheat code, knowing how the race ended. Verstappen, 3rd place. He's 1 second. He's half a second behind Verstappen. So there's a new race director, it seems. So now there's a fight between Norris, Verstappen, and Gasly. Norris doesn't look like he's actually attacking Verstappen, but Verstappen looks like he's about to attack Gasly. So I'm not sure why they're showing Lando Norris there when Lando Norris is not yet attacking Verstappen. Verstappen is 1000% attacking Gasly, like 1000% putting all pressure on Gasly, showing him he's there in his mirror. Oh, Leclerc is actually attacking. Fastest lap now for Leclerc. Leclerc has fastest lap of the race so far, pushing Leclerc, bro. He's so close to Leclerc. I mean, it's so close to. So Leclerc is so close to Russell's. That's what I'm trying to say. Leclerc 1 minute 38.3. Nice race, man. Nice. This is good racing because what is on the side of Russell's car? What is on the side of George Russell's car? Is that debris? Dude, what is on the side of the car of Russell? There's some it looks like plastic bags or something stuck on the side of George Russell's car. So there's garbage literally stuck on the car because they're racing in a very dirty part of USA. I'm getting. I'm being facetious. I'm just joking. I'm sure it's just accidental. It was just coincidental that something. So Ferrari drivers being told to manage the tires between 10 and 11. Max Verstappen still behind Gasly. Gasly is not fast enough. Oh, Verstappen is going to pass Gasly. Verstappen passes Gasly. So what is Lando going to do? How quickly will Lando get on top of Gasly? Fastest lap still for Leclerc. Dude, whoa, side by side. Side by side goes Leclerc and George Russell, dude. Side by side. And Leclerc is like, buddy, I'm on your outside, side by side racing for Leclerc, bro. Leclerc was on the leaderboard. The leaderboard said that Leclerc was ahead, but he wasn't ahead. He was side by side for sure, but not ahead once. Alonso already pitting. Dude, Ferrari is attacking that Mercedes of Russell, man. So Ferrari had the better car, huh? I want to know what Lewis can do next year in this Ferrari. I'm curious because I do have faith that Lewis can. Like, if his car is good, Lewis is good. But I just doubt that the car will suit his driving style. That's the only thing that I'm like, you know. And not only that, I also believe that Leclerc will still be the #1 driver, even if they won't admit it. Piastri incident, false start. Oh, there's a false start for Piastri? A false start for Piastri. He even fell back. One of you fell back because of the false start. He wanted to like... Yeah, but I think they will still give him a penalty because if you do a false start, I think you automatically... Why did Leclerc decide to stop attacking Russell? Leclerc completely backs off now. Leclerc is completely backing off, not attacking Russell. Why? Yeah, it must be because of the tire management or something that I don't understand, man. We're watching the replay of the start. Max Verstappen did look like he wanted to make a... Verstappen had a good start, man. Dude, Lando Norris was on the inside of Max, dude, and Max was like, nah. Max was like, no, buddy, you're not gonna pass me. Lando Norris trying to pass Verstappen on the inside at the first left-hander corner. And Verstappen said, nah, you're not doing that, buddy. The only reason why Leclerc passed Carlos was because Carlos had to back off because of Pierre Gasly. Which, remember, Pierre Gasly is Leclerc's friend. So that's a little bit strange, man. It's a little bit strange. Ooh! Was that Yuki Tsunoda almost hitting the back? Was that Yuki Tsunoda almost hitting the back of Max? Dude, Yuki Tsunoda almost hit the back of Max at the start, dude. Yeah. Max Verstappen almost got taken out by Yuki Tsunoda. Remember what he did in Mexico? He destroyed Albon's car and his own car. So that would have been an obvious, easy destruction for... What is that thing? Rubbish. Yeah, there's like some garbage on the side of Russell's car. I'm not gonna lie, Liam Lawson wants to fight, man. He wants to fight, but the fact that Yuki Tsunoda is in 7th and he's all the way down in 13th place just shows you who's the better driver there at this very second. Leclerc now 2 seconds behind Russell. What is going on with Leclerc, man? Max Verstappen is 4th place and he's already 4 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Is that serious? How is Verstappen already 4 seconds behind Carlos Sainz? Who is this passing each other? Oh, Lewis Hamilton and Piastri are fighting each other. Lewis Hamilton versus Piastri. Lewis Hamilton, and now Lewis Hamilton brakes later. Piastri says, no, I'm braking later than you. That is brave, man, from Piastri. Piastri literally saw Lewis Hamilton braking late and then still waited until he started braking later. So it was basically Lewis and Piastri seeing who is braver, braking later, basically. Yeah, so I've come to learn, I've come to get some information as to why Lewis Hamilton is not doing well in these new generation cars. The new generation of cars, Lewis Hamilton is not doing well because ultimately he is a guy that likes to brake late. And because of the ground effect of these cars, it doesn't allow you to gain an advantage braking late. It doesn't allow you that. So all the new generation drivers have changed their driving styles, and to you know, make their driving better this year to suit the car, or should I say since 2022, they have learned to adjust their driving style to suit the car's performance and improve the car performance. And Lewis Hamilton seems to be the only dinosaur that doesn't want to actually improve his performance. That is why I'm convinced that he can't be such a big difference in Ferrari, but you just don't know because the car characteristics might actually suit Lewis. Who knows? Like there's no way anybody can say that Lewis will not be a very... Verstappen passes Carlos Sainz? No, he passes Leclerc. Why is Leclerc in... So it seems like Leclerc's got a mechanical problem or something. Holy crap. Leclerc has got a mechanical problem. He basically fell back so badly that even Verstappen passes. Pierre Gasly tried to repass Lando Norris because Lando got past him and then almost crashed into the back of Lando. That's pretty insane, man. Dude, Leclerc's tires are gone, it seems. That is insane. Lando Norris is a crucial move. Well, he's in 5th place and Verstappen's in 3rd place, man. Dude, the fact that Verstappen's in 3rd place, passing Ferraris. Yeah, so basically it seems that Leclerc has damaged his wheels. But how can he damage your wheels? They haven't even done 9 laps yet, dude. I'm confused. Yeah, so it seems to be a graining issue. The tires are graining so heavily that because of Leclerc trying to pass Russell, Hamilton passes. Hamilton now passes Yuki Tsunoda. Hamilton passes Yuki Tsunoda, is now up into 7th. As it stands, Max Verstappen will be world champion. Of course, we already know what happened. This is just a rewatch. I'm rewatching the replay because I woke up late and I only saw the last part of the race. Oh, so they did pit. They did actually pit. Leclerc is behind. Norris is behind. So Leclerc and Norris has pitted. Leclerc and Norris has pitted, man. Max Verstappen is already attacking Carlos Sainz, dude. Max Verstappen is already attacking Carlos Sainz. Holy crap. I think we are seeing... Oscar Piastri got a penalty for false start. 5 seconds because of the false start. Yeah, for false start. Dude, Max Verstappen passes Carlos Sainz for 2nd place. Side by side. Okay, he hasn't yet passed him, but they're side by side, so they're fighting. But I'm sure Max Verstappen will pass him. Yeah, he's passed him now. He's passed him now. Dude, I didn't see. Like, this is pretty interesting. I didn't even know Max Verstappen was passing cars like this. Holy crap, how close did Max Verstappen get to that wall, man? And now, there goes Carlos Sainz into the pits. So it seems that Red Bull can manage his tires better than everybody else. That's insane. As soon as everybody was being regulated for putting water on the tires, some water trick, using some tactics to manage their tires illegally, and now it's taken away, and now Verstappen's car is the only car with perfect wheel tire management. That's insane, man. That is insane. So now Verstappen is 8 seconds behind. Why is Russell so fast? Show me. He's still in his pit box, man. That is a ridiculous penalty. That is ridiculous. That is a bad penalty, man. The people that said that that's a penalty is ridiculous. I'm telling you now, the FIA penalized Piastri because they didn't want Piastri to hamper Lando Norris's championship hopes. They didn't want Piastri to put Lando Norris in any pressure at all. Because it does seem that Lando Norris does have a problem managing his teammate Piastri when it comes to fighting him fair and square. Making him look like he's not as good as Lando. Lando is not that much better than Piastri. We have all seen it already. Yes, he's a very good driver. I do believe he is a little bit better than Piastri, but I do believe Piastri can improve a lot. Oh, dude. Perez passes Lawson, but they almost touch, bro. Lawson is like giving no gap. So Verstappen pits. Verstappen, they should have kept him out, man. Okay, it's probably not. I'm saying something I shouldn't say. They shouldn't have kept him out. I don't know why I'm saying they should have kept him out. No idea why I said that. So Max Verstappen now exiting. What is his position? He is ahead of Carlos Sainz and Leclerc. Max Verstappen ends up in 7th place, ahead of Carlos Sainz, ahead of Colapinto, ahead of Leclerc, ahead of Norris. Insane, man. That is a very good pit stop strategy there, man. And now Leclerc is trying his best to get past Colapinto to try and get past Verstappen. I thought Colapinto destroyed his car, man. How is Colapinto in the race? Colapinto, where's Albon? Albon is in 18th place, bro. Colapinto is in 8th place. How? Oh yeah, because of his qualifying. But still, why is Albon so far behind? Albon doing really badly, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Albon, I would be surprised if Williams don't realize that Albon is probably not as good as Colapinto. I would say let's give it until Abu Dhabi. If at Abu Dhabi, if Colapinto is still ahead, race results. If race results in Qatar, both race results in Qatar and both both race results in Qatar and Abu Dhabi. If Colapinto is ahead of Albon, I think they should very much consider Albon's contract. And I know it sounds sad, I'm just saying. Because Colapinto is trying, bro. He's showing what he's made of. He's showing his potential. And he's definitely showing that he's above Albon, which nobody thought that is possible for a rookie to be above Albon. Like, if you would have told me that Colapinto will be better than Albon, I've said that you're lying. You must be, dreaming dreams, buddy. But no, Colapinto is definitely showing that he's better than Albon. And I would have never predicted that would even be a possibility. Okay, so Verstappen is now up into 5th place. Perez is in 4th place. Magnussen 6th place. Carlos Sainz is 7th. Leclerc is in 8th. I don't know why I said Leclerc was behind Verstappen, close behind Verstappen. No, it's Carlos Sainz is 7th. Leclerc in 8th. Norris is now up into 9th. My goodness. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda hit the board. Yuki Tsunoda crashes into the speed limit sign. Absolute chaos in the pit lane with Yuki Tsunoda destroying pit signboards and stuff, dude. Chaos happening right now, man. That is insane. Absolutely destroying those pit boards there at the end. He just murdered those pit boards. Yuki Tsunoda kamikazing into those pit boards is pretty shocking, man. Lewis Hamilton goes into the pits. Where will Hamilton come out? Behind Verstappen. Okay, so I'm guessing Hamilton is going to pass Verstappen on track. That's going to be interesting. Actually, I'm happy to watch this race, man. I know how it ended because I watched 10 laps after the race, like 10 laps before the race ended. I watched that because I woke up late. Because for some reason I thought the race was going to finish. Should I say, I thought the race was going to start at nighttime because, you know, normally in American time, if they start the race, then it's nighttime where I am. But no, they started their nighttime, which means it was my morning time. Lando Norris 7th place, Verstappen now in 4th place. Hulkenberg is now ahead of Verstappen. Perez passed Hulkenberg. Perez is now in 2nd place. Russell still hasn't pitted. So now Lewis is already crying and complaining. He's already saying, how many places have I lost? Like, my goodness, Lewis Hamilton, what you gonna do with Ferrari, bro? Because Ferrari strategy is not great, bro. Mercedes and Red Bull are the only two teams that I respect when it comes to strategy. So if he goes to Ferrari, especially if he's in a championship winning car, I think he's going to quickly learn the strategy calls that Ferrari is way worse. He is probably going to cry. We will probably see actual tears coming out of his eyes. We will probably, the Ferrari team and strategy team will probably give actual tears to, and not for the good reasons, but for the bad reasons. Yeah, so the race engineer of Hamilton told him directly, hey bro, if you stayed out longer, you would have lost at least 5 places. And then we didn't see any reply to that, so I'm guessing Hamilton is keeping quiet. I'm quite surprised. Hamilton's been driving Formula 1 cars for so long, and it seems like he has got no grasp as what strategies could work and what strategies don't work. Like, he is so oblivious to what strategies could and couldn't work. He always waits until something seems to be bad, and then he commentates that it's bad, but then he realizes, no, he's still not correct. I don't know, man. He cries, man. Hamilton likes to cry. I'm telling you now, Ferrari is going to be a wake-up call when it comes to strategies, man. Hamilton's going to realize that he left one of the best strategy teams that will be in F1 for the next foreseeable future, because it's only Red Bull and there's only Red Bull and Mercedes that know what it takes to have the best strategy team and win races with the best strategy team, and make your strategy team make the race, help you win the race. I know that made no sense, but what I'm trying to say is that, whoa, so Verstappen passes Perez? Did Perez pit? Is that an engine? Is that Pierre Gasly's engine? Pierre Gasly's engine, bro, is exploding. Pierre Gasly's engine, bro. Pierre Gasly's engine is donezo. Yeah, well, we already know that Renault has got a bad engine. Like Red Bull can tell you all about how many times they had to retire with the Renault engine. How many times Red Bull had to lose races, lose podiums, lose points with the Renault engine. They have so much experience with that, unfortunately. It's very unfortunate, but it's true. So who is that? That's a McLaren passing. McLaren moves into 6th. Piastri is in 10th. So now from Qatar race, Piastri can drive as normal. From the Qatar race onwards, Piastri can drive Hamilton passes Piastri. Or passes Lando, sorry. Hamilton passes Lando easily, bro. Lando looked like he wanted to give him the position, or he was sleeping. I'm not sure what happened there. Lando looked like he was sleeping there, and then all of a sudden Hamilton just went on the inside, and Lando was like, "Oh, okay, take it." Fastest lap for Hamilton, 1 minute 37.0. So 1 minute 37 is what Hamilton is doing. That's the fastest lap so far. Oh. Charles Leclerc is putting pressure on Perez. Nice, good job from Leclerc passing Perez on track. Oh! Dude, Lewis Hamilton looked like he touched Perez, bro. I think Lewis Hamilton definitely collided with Perez. But like a very slight touch. I think Lewis Hamilton touched, Perez. I do believe that. I do believe Lewis Hamilton touched Perez there. Lewis Hamilton touched Perez there. He was getting so overeager to get past Perez. Okay, now he's going to pass him. That's an easy pass from Lewis, man. Easy pass. Maybe he will catch him on the brakes. Maybe no, he won't. And is that Lando Norris? Yep, Norris is right there. Norris is right behind Hamilton, man. Norris has now said, okay, please, Hamilton champion, show me how to drive, because I'm just following you like a puppet master, like a puppet, and you're the puppeteer. So Lando Norris allowed Hamilton to pass him, and now he's just shadowing what Hamilton is doing. So this has to be for Perez. So Perez is pit stop right now. So this is when Perez pitted. Okay. Verstappen is in second place right now, man. Russell is still yet to pit. Russell is 9 seconds ahead of Verstappen, man. How on earth? Swap. Yeah, that's... showing us Pierre Gasly's engine blowing up. A puff of smoke. And all of a sudden he presses the accelerator and puff of smoke, and now he realizes, okay, no. We no longer have power, we need to pit. There's damage on the rear side of the car. Damage on the rear side of that car. Dude, he could have, he qualified third, bro. In that car, in Alpine, he qualified third. That's crazy. Verstappen has not given up on potentially winning this. Well, because I know the results, I know that was never possible for Verstappen. But let's see what happened. Maybe we can see why Verstappen didn't win. Now, of course, we know the Mercedes is better. So Carlos Sainz tell his team, please tell me immediately if we are changing our plans to plan C, which we assume is a 2-stopper, which means that he will push harder. Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying. Yeah, so basically Norris is just trying to shadow Hamilton, but Norris has the car to shadow Hamilton, which means why is he not attacking Hamilton? Alex Albon passes. So Alex Albon passed Alonso. Dude, Alex Albon's up into 9th place. You see, this is why I shouldn't be too quick to say anything. Alex Albon is up into 9th place. Colapinto's now roles have reversed. Alex Albon is up into 9th place and Colapinto is in 17th place. So let's see where they end. I couldn't remember. I don't remember where Colapinto ended. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking that far, unfortunately. But this race I will, because now I'm actually watching the race, so watching the replay of the race at least. Dude, there's so much lights, bro. The amount of lights. You would think that Singapore has got a lot of lights. This place has got a lot of lights, man. This place, I think this place looks more special than Singapore, I'm not gonna lie. The first time when they introduced Singapore as a night race, I thought, whoa, that's insane. Look at the night lights and the sky and this and the city and the buildings and stuff. But this race is something else. Norris is in 6th place. Hamilton about to attack Leclerc. Hamilton about to attack Leclerc right behind him. They're speaking to Zach Brown right now. Yeah, I think the penalty. So Zach Brown is just mentioning that he agrees that there might have been some positioning error on Piastri's side, but I don't think so, man. I saw where Piastri was. It seemed like he was in his box. That penalty makes no sense to me. The penalty of Piastri false start makes no sense because he didn't do a false start. He wasn't outside his box. Go Lewis, go. Zach Brown literally saying on live TV, go Lewis, go, while he's got Lando Norris, no, and Piastri being his drivers. What is going on, man? Dude, Russell still hasn't pitted. What is happening at front? How does Russell not have to pit? Right? Did he pit? Russell, did Russell pit? Why do I think Russell didn't pit? Why am I thinking Russell never pitted? Am I mistaken? Did Russell pit? Plan A. So they're gonna stick to their one stopper. They're sticking to the one stopper. Baby those tires. So this is what happened. No one did a second pit stop. No one did a second pit stop, and this is what happened. Dude, Verstappen went from 2nd place all the way down to 5th place. Verstappen went from 2nd to 5th because I already know the results. That is insane if you think about it. So Hamilton's about to pass Leclerc. Hamilton is about to pass Leclerc. Dude, I'm just thinking to myself, Mercedes can't have such an advantage with Kimi Antonelli, man. Because he's so inexperienced. He is going to do a lot of crashing before he actually gets the hang of these cars, especially racing wheel to wheel. Lewis Hamilton is just pushing Leclerc right now, pushing him. Making sure Leclerc knows he's about to attack him, about to pass him. Leclerc unable to do anything about it. Leclerc unable to do anything about it. Yeah, so I've learned the reason why Lewis Hamilton is good and why he's bad is that ultimately he likes to brake late. Yep. So Lando Norris already say Hamilton is now fastest lap 1 minute 37.0. 1 minute 37.0, which means Leclerc isn't that much slower. Norris complaining about his tires already, but they already pitted. So they showing Leclerc cheering himself on as he's passing the sphere, that massive circular ball TV. So as Leclerc is keeping Hamilton behind them, they show on the sphere Leclerc cheering on Leclerc driving. That is trippy, yeah? That is trippy, man. That is trippy to see that. That sphere TV is actually very good, bro, because it's showing drivers reacting to the race as if they are reacting to it live. It's pretty trippy, man. Very good integration of a massive circular TV like that, a ball TV. Very good integration, very good. Very good job, man. Dude, this is crazy, man. Crazy to imagine that Verstappen was second place in the race and he couldn't hold on to that. He couldn't hold on to second place. Dude, his pit stop strategy worked out perfectly, man. Dude, the fact that Lewis doesn't realize that his team is one of the best strategy teams in the world when it comes to racing for championships. Like, remember, McLaren is yet to be tested in real championship racing strategies. They haven't really been tested well enough. I'm gonna be honest with you, even though Lando Norris has failed, we haven't properly seen how bad Lando Norris's McLaren team strategy team is. We don't know. We still will find out. And trust me, it's only Mercedes, it's the only Red Bull that have been battle hardened. They've battled for championships. They know the strategy game. And McLaren doesn't. I'm sorry to say this. McLaren strategy team doesn't. They are still yet to get there. They haven't fully been there. Even though Lando Norris might have thrown away the championship, ultimately Lando Norris never had a chance. Because he never gave himself that chance. From the start, when Piastri is about to pass. Perez is about to pass. Lawson again. Perez passes Lawson. Why is Perez battling with position 13? This is interesting, but there's no chance. Perez is not gonna help their championship hopes. Like they would hope that would be a case, but it's not gonna happen. Perez is not gonna make a significant dent into the constructors, so it's just not it's not gonna help. Perez is just not that guy. This is what I said before. I said that it feels like Perez doesn't like passing people on track. Specifically during a race, it feels like Perez doesn't take pleasure passing drivers. I've noticed it especially in Mexico in 2021 when Red Bull was still one of the better cars and they could not. Perez refuses to pass Hamilton in Mexico. His home race, he refuses to pass. Max passed Lewis, but was it Mexico 2021? I think it's 2022 now, the more I think about it. No, it's 2021, right? See, I'm so confused. It might be 2022, it might be 2021. I'm guessing it's 2021. Albon has to retire the car. Why? Williams had to retire the car, bro. Oscar Piastri into the pits. Dude, that is insane, man. Yeah, so they put him on hard tires, I guess. He was on medium tires? Yeah, he's now on hard tires. Piastri on hard tires. So Piastri must have driven very well because he is now in 15th position. And I know he ended up being behind Norris, so that is... You see, that the only problem is I have the cheat code. I know how this race ended. So it kind of messes up the whole surprise. So so I wouldn't have known that Max Verstappen will definitely win, because I would have known at this point that you can't guarantee anything. But I'm pretty sure when I see Hamilton passing Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, that's when I would start to realize, okay, Verstappen is not going to keep that that second place. Verstappen won't keep that second place. Box. Verstappen is boxing. Really? Hamilton, fastest lap, 1 minute 37.05. That's his fastest, about 1 minute 37 seconds is about Hamilton's fastest. So Carlos Sainz is telling the team to pit me. So it seems that Verstappen was told to pit and he didn't pit, which means that the team are playing mind games. So Verstappen's team are using mind games, bro. That is what you call strategy, bro. They are literally trying to... Lewis Hamilton is right there. They're swapping positions, bro. They're swapping positions. Carlos Sainz goes into the pits. All the drivers are going to the pits. What is going on? So Verstappen, so eventually Verstappen pitted. I don't understand what's happening. So Carlos Sainz went into the pit lane and then at the last second cut over the white line and decided not to pit. That is a strange, like, I don't know what's happening there. Oh, they told him to stay out. They told Carlos Sainz to stay out. So it seems that Carlos Sainz might get a penalty. Dude, that is bad, man. Yeah, well, let's just find out about the rules, because Verstappen went off the track, basically cutting the track. That's what he did. So this is Sergio Perez versus Liam Lawson, I guess. Yep, that's Liam Lawson. Could be Yuki Tsunoda, but I guess it's Liam Lawson, to be honest. And this is what we see from... Why are they destroying Carlos Sainz's race? Why did they tell him to pit? They were not ready for him. That's why they told him to stay out. They told him to stay out because he wasn't ready for them. Yeah, so they did call him to come in and then immediately told him to stay out because they weren't ready. Dude, Ferrari, dude. Imagine Lewis has to deal with that. Lewis is going to have to deal with that strategy, bro. Ferrari is going to make Lewis want to quit soon, I promise you. Even if they give him a championship winning car, I'm telling you now, the strategy team alone will make Lewis Hamilton quit. Guaranteed. Because I said, even before I saw what happened now with Carlos Sainz, I already said that the strategy team of Ferrari, you cannot compare them to Red Bull and Mercedes. And that's exactly what is happening right now. We can see Carlos Sainz is going to get a penalty because of Ferrari's incompetence in their... Like, there's just no ability for Ferrari to actively be sharp in their strategy department. They've got some type of lax nature in their strategy department where someone needs to, like, if they need to get Germans in there, get Germans in there, bro. Germans are going to tell you what's up quickly, bro. The Germans will tell you precisely what you need to do, how you need to do it, and trust me, they won't quickly make a mistake. Especially if they know what is on the line, of course. Hamilton, fastest lap, 1 minute 36.9. So what is Max Verstappen's fastest lap? Ooh, Max Verstappen getting some understeer, huh? Lewis Hamilton getting some understeer, trying to catch Verstappen. That's why I said Verstappen, because Lewis Hamilton is chasing Verstappen. Dude, George Russell is driving his own race. no one sees Russell pitting. No one sees Russell do anything. That is insane, man. Russell did pit. Actually, Russell, I'm telling you, I forgot that Russell pitted. Because you never see him. You just see him all there at the front. He got hit by Liam Lawson. Is that Perez? Did Perez hit Liam? Did Liam Lawson hit Perez? No ways. No ways that feud is still going on from Mexico. No way since Mexico the feud is going on. There is no way. No way Liam Lawson hit Perez. I don't believe it. Show me. Show me, because I can't believe it. Show me or I won't believe it. That's what I should say. Lando Norris goes into the pits. Fast lap again from Hamilton. 1 minute 36.7. Hamilton is pushing Verstappen, bro. Verstappen. 1 minute 36.7. Norris is in the pits. Coming out of the pits right now. I'm curious to see what Verstappen and Lewis can do here. Dude, Lewis is catching up to Verstappen like it's not even funny, man. Oh man, I'm telling you. So if Max Verstappen is getting pressured heavily right now by Hamilton. We have a slight taste of what could happen if Lewis Hamilton's car is good. Basically better. So this is Lewis Hamilton when his car is better than someone else's car and he's passing them. So Verstappen just got passed by Lewis easily, like easily on the straight. Verstappen's car got passed easily by Hamilton. Okay, so this is where it happened. So this is where Verstappen ultimately lost to Hamilton. To Lando Norris. Fastest lap from Hamilton, 1 minute 36.4. So it seems that in Vegas it's so cold that no one understands why the Mercedes is doing well in cold weather and all the other cars aren't doing as good as they should compared to the Mercedes. So Carlos Sainz is in 4th place, Leclerc in 5th place. Yeah, so Max Verstappen being told, don't lose sight of what's important. Don't lose sight of what is our race. So we're still waiting to see if Carlos Sainz will get a penalty. It seems like he won't. Seems like he won't get a penalty. Because I know the results of the race, so there's no way he got a penalty. Oscar Piastri, 5-second penalty. He's now moved up into 9th place. Oscar Piastri also drove a very good race, man. Coming from 9th place all the way back to, what was it? 7th place, right? That's also good. You see, that the only problem is I already know the result, so it feels like I'm cheating. Feels like I'm cheating. Colapinto's in 16th position. So Russell will go into the pits. Has he gone into the pits or will he still go into the pits? Like, I don't know anymore, man. I'm telling you, they don't even show when Russell pits. They don't show him. They just refuse to show Russell. I don't know why. Colapinto, they're showing something about Colapinto. I'm just curious to see what he's doing. It's just a pass on Valtteri Bottas. Dude, the biggest mistake Valtteri Bottas did for his career was play second driver for Lewis Hamilton willingly. He willingly played the second driver position for Hamilton. Now I know, of course, that is his reason why he got employed at Mercedes, but I think he should have gone for it, man. He should have gone for it to try and win the championship. Because no team takes because of what happened at Mercedes, no team takes him seriously. Especially that's why he has been contracted to lower teams, because no team takes him seriously as an actual championship contender. And that he did all on his own. He chose to take that contract to make his position easier. He chose to be a team player, which of course is exactly what a team wants, but ultimately the driver will suffer. The driver's career will suffer at the end of it. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Bottas. Bottas' career is suffering because of the fact that he was willingly participating and being the support for Hamilton. All those years that Hamilton won after Rosberg decided to resign and quit F1 after he won the championship. And you know, that I agree with that, man. I agree. If Bottas, at some point, if you are willingly participating in the fact in losing your championship, if you're willingly losing your championship, but you know, losing races to support your teammate instead of showing your own potential, because at some point Bottas must have been like, bro, if I really wanted to, I could challenge Lewis right now, but he never did that. And unfortunately, no one takes him seriously today. That is why he's driving for a very low team, and that is why ultimately he won't evolve. No one will see him as anything other than a support driver, and that's the problem. There is no place for support drivers in F1 if you want to win. And that is why McLaren said, you know what, let's put ourselves in the best position possible. Let's have two two high potential drivers. But the problem is they still messed it up with Piastri, because now they told Piastri to let Norris, you know, go past him for the Drivers' Championship. Only to realize that Lando can't even win, even if he is being led past by Piastri. It's such a sad situation, man, because Piastri did all of that for nothing. Piastri destroyed his own image, basically. Destroyed his own motivation. This season, destroyed his own motivation, destroyed his own image. If you really think about this now, Piastri is destroying his own public image by letting Lando Norris pass him without putting up a fight, without showing who's actually better than anybody. Like showing concretely who is the better driver, who deserves to be in front of who. So if any driver needs to learn something from the Bottas situation, is learn that being willingly participating, being the support driver, especially if you also have potential of being the world championship contender, then you are going to risk your career and you're going to risk your public persona, your public image on this. You're risking your future public perception. Now, I'm talking about in Formula 1 terms. I'm not talking about if you're driving in karting. I'm not talking about if you're driving in races that people don't actually actively watch. You know, like a massive amount of people. Esteban Ocon passes. Okay, so you get another passes Esteban Ocon. Okay. So Piastri is behind Norris right now. Piastri has a 5-second penalty. He did so many pit stops, so many odd strategies, and he's still behind Norris. That's insane. Oh, so this is what I saw. Yeah, so this is what I started watching. About 4 laps after this is when about 3 laps after this is when I started. So 39. From lap 39 is when I started watching. So yesterday I did watch the final results. But ultimately, this is where I started watching. More or less. Russell ahead, Hamilton in second place. Russell comfortably leading Hamilton. Like, Hamilton is putting fastest lap of the race, and even then, he still could not catch Russell. He still could not put as much pressure on Russell as he did with Verstappen passing him. And the rest of the team, rest of the drivers, should I say. Hamilton faster again. As soon as Hamilton goes faster, then Leclerc goes even faster. 1 minute 36.2. So Leclerc goes even faster than Hamilton now. Why are they waiting so long to go fast? These Ferraris are fast. They're all on hard tires. Dude, Russell's strategy was so good, we never saw him lose his position. That is how good Mercedes strategy team is. Russell never lost his position ever. Russell doesn't have track dominance because he doesn't have to exert himself. Yeah, see, that graphic makes no sense because, look, you know, of course, it is hindsight, right? Hindsight 2020, I could see that so British media is trying desperately to get Carlos Sainz to get a penalty. I agree, don't give him it if it's not necessary, but I would have also believed he would get a penalty. 3 into 1. That is Perez versus Lawson versus Magnussen. Dude, Russell is driving really good, man. He hasn't lost a single position, man, this whole race. He just stayed ahead and stayed there. Sergio Perez. He just went on the inside. Hamilton, faster lap again, 1 minute 36.1. Faster lap again for Carlos Sainz. Even faster goes Leclerc. Leclerc, 1 minute 36 dead. Ferrari is faster than Mercedes right now, man. Ferrari is faster than Mercedes right now. Ferrari is catching up to Verstappen. Verstappen, dude. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if McLaren is going to lose the constructors as well. Huh? What is the chance that the constructors will be lost by McLaren as well? Because all Ferrari has to do is just finish ahead of, consistently finish ahead of McLaren. I think after Brazil, because of that whole tire thing, that the tire regulation, I believe after Brazil, that whole tire regulation thing has now forced McLaren to not be able to compete and be as fast as they would have been with the tire wear. Now this is where I started watching. Okay, so now I know exactly what's going to happen. So this is where I'm going to be quiet because I've already watched this. I already watched all of this. Fast lap again from Lewis Hamilton, 1 minute 35.8. Okay, that is fast. That is a fast lap time. 1 minute 35 seconds point 0. Or should I say 8? 1 minute. Basically 1 minute 36, but it's just below it. 2 thousandths of a second lower than 1 minute 36. Yuki Tsunoda. Perez is now about to... Perez slowly but surely catching up to Alonso. Hamilton, dude. Yeah, see, now because I know exactly how the race ended, I know that Hamilton never had a chance to beat Russell. But it makes sense because Russell did the exact same thing to Lewis Hamilton in Belgium. It seemed like, Lewis Hamilton will catch up. He did eventually catch up, but he couldn't actually pass Russell. Because Russell is just better, man. When it comes to how to keep his car in the right lane. Fastest lap of the race for Leclerc. Fastest lap of the race for Leclerc, 1 minute 35.6. Ferrari could have gotten close to Mercedes if their pit stops were on point. If the pit stops of Ferrari were on point, they would have been so close to Mercedes. They could have actually challenged them for at least second and third. But it's only Carlos Sainz that challenged for third at the end. So now Carlos Sainz is about to pass Verstappen. Carlos Sainz's car is just faster, man. Leclerc's car is faster. The fact that Verstappen kept him behind so long is pretty good. I think Verstappen did it on purpose. He tried to see if there's a way for him to... He tried to see if there was a way for him to keep Carlos Sainz behind him by heating up his tires, by making it hard for him to pass, but it seems that it didn't really matter much at the end. And there goes past. Carlos Sainz passes Max Verstappen pretty easily, to be honest. Max Verstappen was not fighting him, not trying to do anything. Fastest lap now from Hamilton, 1 minute 35.48. Hamilton, 1 minute 35.4. 1 minute 35.4, man. Wide goes Charles Leclerc, wide, goes inside immediately. And there was no way for Charles Leclerc to pass. However, I already know he will get past him. Just refresh my mind how he did it again. I think he went on the inside the same way where Carlos Sainz did it. So Charles Leclerc is going to pass Verstappen right now. Going to pass him for 4th place. Verstappen will fall back to 5th. Lando Norris is in 6th. So all that we're worried about is Verstappen wants to stay ahead of stay ahead of Lando Norris. He nearly lost the back there. Charles trying to stay with Max almost lost the rear, almost oversteered into the barrier. Luckily he didn't. So Leclerc easily staying behind Verstappen, easily faster than Verstappen. Lando Norris is so far behind Leclerc, and that is why Verstappen probably feels like there's no issue. Remember, next race is Qatar. Next weekend, next race, or should I say this weekend? I'm saying next weekend because I'm so used to streaming the race, on the weekend that I'm on. But this is a Monday, so it's this weekend. We will see Qatar, and we'll see. I do believe that Verstappen will be quicker than most drivers, even with his car not being as fast, because I believe he's got that inside knowledge into that track. Knowing exactly how to push on that track, especially against Lewis Hamilton that had a car that was almost half a second, more than 1.5 seconds faster than his car at Brazil, the previous race in 2021. I don't think McLaren is going to take the Constructors' Championship, dude. I don't believe it. The more I think about it now, I think Leclerc and Carlos Sainz is more capable than Piastri and Lando Norris, and ultimately Piastri we can give a bone. We can say, hey, Piastri is a legitimate rookie. Even though his rookie race was last year, if I'm not mistaken. His rookie season was last year. Am I correct? Okay, so I just confirmed last year was Piastri's rookie season. So last year was the first year he was in Formula 1. This is his second year. So we have to understand one thing. This year is Piastri's second year. He has shown he has potential. Let's be honest, he's shown he's got potential. But this is his second year. So that is exactly what you would expect from someone that has potential. They will show they've got potential during the second year. The first year, you can say, well, the first year it all depends on situations, but it's very clear that Colapinto is doing fantastic, except for the fact that he's now starting to go back to destroying his car. in qualification. Specifically in qualifying, he's destroying his car. And last weekend, or should I say the previous race in Brazil, which was like what, three weeks ago, he destroyed his car during the race as well. So qualifying and the race, he destroyed his car. This weekend he only destroyed his car during qualifying. Still not a good thing, man. Still not a good thing. Yeah, so Lando Norris. So the only thing Verstappen's worried about is Lando Norris. Verstappen is to end up ahead of Lando Norris and he wins the championship. That was the only thing that was the concern of Max. And we can be honest here. He was pretty much on point. He knew what he was doing. And Lando Norris was never really seemed to threaten Max Verstappen's position to be ahead of him. So Lando Norris never seemed like he's about to pass Verstappen. Never seemed like he's about to challenge Verstappen. Never seemed like it. Nico Hülkenberg passes Yuki Tsunoda for 8th place. Dude, see, this is where it gets boring for me because I already saw the last spot, so I know that what's gonna happen. Max Verstappen still ahead of Leclerc in 5th place. Verstappen now in 4th place. Leclerc in 5th place. Leclerc is so close to passing Verstappen, it's not even strange, man. It's not even funny. Leclerc is right there, almost half a second. There we go. George, just keep up the pace. George, just keep up the pace. They're telling George to keep up the pace, but I don't think he needs to, man. Hamilton is now 5 seconds. Hamilton was 4 seconds, now 5 seconds. So Russell is doing what he needs to do to win this race. I almost say championship. Yeah, this is a really good race, man. It's just a pity that I don't know. It's just a pity that it ended so poorly, because what could have happened? Okay, actually it ended pretty well. The race is very good. The problem is I'm watching it for the second time this last part of the race. Because I didn't know if he was going to win or not, because I didn't know if Lando Norris was just, you know, waiting for his time or something. Like it's impossible to know for sure what could happen, because anything could happen. Verstappen could make a mistake. Lando Norris could make a mistake. Leclerc could drive into the back of Verstappen. Yeah, like anything could happen, because right now Verstappen is trying to keep Leclerc behind him, because he's now in 4th place. Leclerc is still behind him. The simulations say that Carlos Sainz could have finished 2nd in his race. Dude, that's sad. Yeah, that is exactly the problem with Ferrari, man. I'm telling you now, if Hamilton goes to Ferrari, Leclerc finally passes Max Verstappen. Leclerc finally makes a move, passes Max Verstappen. Now Verstappen is 10 seconds ahead of Norris. Norris is in 6th place. Norris doesn't look like he's got in any position to pass or challenge Verstappen for the 5th place that Verstappen has. Dude, this is so interesting to just know. To know, bro. Lando Norris never had a chance, and none of us like I thought there was a chance for Lando. I really thought that he would be the guy to show us how to challenge Verstappen. I thought he had the skills, man. I honestly, when I started noticing that Lando Norris had the car, I thought to myself, bro, when is he gonna wake up that he has the car? I never understood that he never wanted to challenge Verstappen. That is the one thing I never understood about Lando. I never understood that Lando doesn't want to challenge Verstappen. And this is what this season made me realize Lando does not want to challenge Verstappen head on. He doesn't want to be that guy to say, hey, I'm putting the gauntlet down. Let's challenge each other. Let's see who's really better. He never looked like he even wanted to get close to Verstappen. He didn't really want to challenge Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton going off the track. Track limits violation. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton is trying so hard to catch Russ. Dude, Russ is playing games with you right now, man. I just hope that anybody that is listening or might not be listening, whatever, whoever it needs to be, listen to this. If you're a Lewis Hamilton fan and you think that Ferrari is going to give better strategy calls than Mercedes, and you are lost, then you don't know anything about it. You haven't followed Formula 1 since 2021. You haven't followed Formula 1 since 2015. You haven't followed Formula 1 to know that Mercedes has one of the best strategy teams. And guess what? Ferrari does not. Ferrari does not have one of the best strategy teams. Ferrari is not a very good strategy, showcase of strategy. It has only ever been Red Bull and Mercedes that have shown what they can do when it comes to strategy. Those two teams are the top strategy teams, Mercedes and Red Bull. And guess what? Lewis will no longer be there. Lewis will no longer be. Lewis will no longer be in that team coming next year. So I'm just like, I know I'm stuttering, I'm fumbling over my words here, but hey, I'm telling you, man, next year, if his car is good, that is good. I'm very happy for him. If Lewis Hamilton's car is going to be good next year, I'm very happy for him. But guess what? If your strategy team is bad, it won't matter, buddy. It won't matter, because you know what? Mercedes and Red Bull are perfect at the strategy compared to Ferrari. Compared to Ferrari, nah. The strategy team of compared to Ferrari, the strategy teams of Mercedes and McLaren. Sorry, Mercedes. I said McLaren. Why did I say McLaren, man? So Mercedes and Red Bull are the only good strategy teams. McLaren is the same as Ferrari. They still have a lot to learn, man. McLaren and Ferrari are basically the same team when it comes to strategy potential. They still have too much to learn, and trust me, I don't know what to say, man. Strategy wise, I have got no hope when it comes to Ferrari. If they have a championship winning car, I do believe that Leclerc will have more of an understanding of what he needs to do, because remember, Leclerc is going to think about more things than Hamilton. You can see Hamilton switches off with strategy. Hamilton's brain switches off. He only lets the team decide his strategy, and then he likes to critique, he likes to judge his team for the strategy they've given him, but not having the facts in front of him and say, oh, okay, I see why that was the best call. So here we go, final lap of the race. The positions is as follows. Remember, next race will be in Qatar this weekend. We're gonna watch it live. This will be normal racing hours. I'll be able to live stream it. Hopefully, not live stream the race itself, but show you the results and everything. So Russell first, second Hamilton, third Carlos Sainz, fourth Leclerc, fifth Verstappen, sixth Norris, 7th Piastri, 8th Hülkenberg, 9th is Yuki Tsunoda, 10th is Perez, 11th is Alonso, 12th is Magnussen, 13th Colapinto, 14th is Zhou Guanyu, 15th Lance Stroll, 16th is Lawson. Dude, Lawson is still far behind Yuki Tsunoda. And Ocon is in 17th, Bottas is in 18th. Here we go. I'm sorry to say, even if Lewis Hamilton is going to race for Red next year, his strategy team is going to be far worse than what he has now, man. Because I can just hear the commentators talking about he's going to go to Ferrari next year and it's going to be great and everything. Strategy-wise, it's not going to be great for him. It's not going to be great for him. And guess what? That means that is a massive piece of the puzzle to win a world championship, is having a very good strategy team. Hopefully you did enjoy this live stream. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe. The last lap is about to finish and Russell crosses the line in first. Russell wins, Hamilton second, Carlos Sainz third, Leclerc fourth. I'll just go through it once more just to finish this live stream. First is Verstappen, 6th Norris, 7th Piastri. Verstappen has won the world championship. He is the winner. He is 4-time world champion, Max Verstappen. Can he hold on to a 5th championship next year? I would say it's going to be very hard, man. I would not bet on it, but you don't know with Max Verstappen. I'm going to be honest, you don't know, but I wouldn't bet on it. Next year is going to be much harder, and if his car isn't good enough, it's not going to be good enough, and they can't do anything about it. So 5th place Verstappen and ahead of Norris. That's all he needed to win the world championship, fourth world championship, consecutive world championship. And there we go, man. So we have position check is Hulkenberg and Piastri, Norris 6th, 7th Piastri, 8th Hulkenberg, and then we've got Hulkenberg is in 8th, 9th is Yuki Tsunoda, Perez is in 10th, Alonso is in 11th, Magnus in 12th, Zhou New in 13th, and then we've got Colapinto 14th, 15th is Lance Stroll, 16th Lawson, 17th Ocon, 16th Bottas. Hopefully you did enjoy this race. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe, and I see you in the next race this weekend, coming this weekend, Qatar race. See you then. That is it. Ciao for now.